There's a difference between knowing something and being aware of it. You know what I'm about to tell you. This is a confirmation reading. Are you ready to accept it? Are you ready to be aware of it, like fully conscious of it so you can do something about it? If so, then we're going to get into it. If not, then this ain't going to be for you. You need to go ahead and keep it moving. I'll see you in the next one. Find some luck, do something else. But this ain't for everybody. This is not for everybody. The trigger warning. I don't know what's going to come out. Well, I know what's going to come out now, but trigger warning, like expect anything and everything to come out. It's one of them readings. We are in one of those periods right now. We are in this is a timeless reading, but we are actually currently in an eclipse season. And I'm gonna break it down. What is an eclipse? An eclipse, a lunar eclipse is what? When the sun basically esoterically representing the light. It represents the truth, the things that you cannot hide from, the things that you see with your own two eyes, right? And the moon, which is the opposite of that. It's what's done in the dark. It's illusions. It can even be deceptive. It's your feelings. It's your subconscious, the part of you that you don't need eyes to know, like to be able to see. You see it with your inner eyes. It's like you feel your way through it, right? So what happens when those two energies come together during an eclipse, which what an eclipse is? It's when they perfectly align together. The sun is shining its light, its truth, that daylight onto the moon, making it very, 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 very much impossible not to see what it was hiding. You know, when we shine the light onto the things that we've been so comfortable seeing in the dark, it can look real different with the light hit it, and we can't avoid it no more. We can't pretend it's something else. So this is what this reading is about. It's about, okay, now it's time to see what you already know, but in the light of day. Let's shine an extra bit of light on it. Let's really focus on it, even if it's hard, and and get through it on the other side, because it's going to make you a better version of you. So so go ahead. You know what to do. This is a pick a card reading. So what you do is you choose with the third eye, not your first and second eye. Most of y'all probably already gone into your reading by now because y'all don't watch the intro. I don't blame you. I don't watch the intro. I don't watch the intro either. I don't blame you. But I mean, we have to start somewhere, so I guess I can't really get away from the intro. But yeah, sound off in the comments. Like book a reading, like the video or something. I don't know. Blah blah blah. I'll see you over there. Shit. Bye. What's up, pal number one? Welcome to your reading on what's being exposed. Whoop! What's being exposed. This is a timeless reading, but I had to do it. It's been in my spirit. Like I couldn't do nothing else because like really we've been just through it. Like, okay, look, Mercury just went to this timeless reading, but just if you're watching it, like as this is like being uploaded, Mercury just went through retrograde. We just had a lunar eclipse in Virgo 2 days ago. It was Friday the 13th. After that, it's like bah bah bah. It's like what's God? Like it's been a lot. It's been a very heavy energy. My live streams have been heavy. I just feel like I had to come on here and like see what's going on for some, like we need to see what, you know, put it out there. What's being exposed? What are we not seeing? Cause that's what an eclipse is. It's not easy. It's not ever like love and light and no, it's normally something that may leave you a little scratched up, a little dinged up, but it's okay. It's okay. It's for the better, you know? But now this one though, this pal is a little, like, okay, I'm gonna start with this preface. If what I say to you doesn't resonate, like if you don't feel the ring of truth in it, don't say nothing. Just quietly exit. This is not for you. This pick a card reading is not for everybody. If you came here for some lovey-dovey, happy, funny shit, the dap dude, this ain't it. This ain't it. I love those, but this ain't it. Like if you're not in a place, and I'm not judging you for not being in a state of mind where you're ready to hear some stuff like this, because I wake up some days like I don't want to hear no bullshit today like that. I'm not ready for that. I ain't had my coffee yet. I'm just letting you know, boo. Like this is where we're going. So like drink your coffee first and come back. But let's get into it. The things I see in this reading, there's a lot of symbolism in this pile. Heavy symbols. So this may be the heaviest pile, to be honest with you. I see 2332, the mice and the moon, which is like that can be further from like the reflection in the 23 and the 32. That's 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 is all about the number of change. It's when things get shaken up. It's that random chaotic energy that comes in when you get too comfortable. Is that, and whenever we see these opposites, especially during this eclipse, is really telling me that this is a very karmic energy that may be tied to the eclipse. Because like, what is an eclipse? A lunar eclipse. It's when the sun, which represents, like I said in the intro, what we can see, when it is perfectly aligned with the moon, the things that are hidden, even maybe illusions, even deceptionary, it's the things that we can't see normally. Well, when they perfectly align, guess what the sun is going to do? The sun is going to shine pure light onto that moon, and anything that was trying to hide before is seen in the light of day. So people who appear one way, well, they may look a little different in the light. You ever had one of them nights where you, I don't know, it's a movie cliche at least. When you wake up and you're like, oh my God, the person you went home with last night from the bar, the club, whatever, they were so hot. You look at them like, oh shit, and the sunlight hit them. They look a little different than the sunlight. Ooh, who was that? Was that drunk Lord? My glasses on. What? Jesus. It's like that. So how the hell did I miss that? Things look different in the daytime, don't it? It's that energy. I'm saying it for a reason. You got some snakes in your yard. You got some, okay, so mice. Let's break that down. Mice. Mice is a very specific energy in Lenormand. It represents like theft, or say being drained or taken from or weakened little by little, because they're mice. Like mice are not a problem until you like mice are not a problem until you notice like the mice. Like if you see in the mice, it's already damn, it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? Like you already got. You know, you already infested. If you start to see, because if you see one mouse, ain't just one motherfucker. There's a whole, oh God, we have a problem. When you see it, you got a problem. It represents that energy of like, it's so subtle that you don't notice until it's too late. And it's even being backed up by that 7 of Swords. And I do not, I don't craft these like readings or like set these up for any kind of way. No. I pull the cards like in real life, and then I just present them digitally, so it's like it's pretty to look at. But like this is a real what I pulled for the piles, and when I put it together, this is what we got. And I try not to even like interpret the cards as I'm putting it together, because I want it to be more like authentic when I'm like reading, just to, you know, so I'm tapped in. I have no choice but to like look at the Bible and everything. I'm like, okay, I see this, and okay, let's see where we're going here. I knew what I was preparing myself for, but like I don't know specifically what's gonna come out because I wasn't channeling. But like, you got somebody in your energy that's that should not be in your energy, and the moon comes up there. The moon in Lenormand represents recognition. It's recognition, and it's dreamy. It doesn't necessarily represent fears like it does in tarot. It's more like it's like someone pretending I see you. They make you feel seen. You have an emotional connection to this person, and what they're doing is taking advantage of that ass and pretty much robbing that ass blind in some kind of way. It may be in any kind of way. It may be in a very, well, I don't think it's a harmless way. You can't take from somebody harmlessly, but it's intentionally. But it's like they're working you. It could be another tarot reader. I'm never out here like, I be minding my business with like, look, if you out here scamming people, I don't really watch other people's like live streams. I know what I do, and I just pay attention to me and like and my surroundings and the people who come to me. I thank God for that, for the people who have come to me and have business. I don't get in the drama with other people's shit. I don't get nobody's business unless you fucking with me. You know, that's what I say. I don't bother nobody. But I will say this: everybody who do readings for money don't need to be doing readings for money. Everyone who says that they are a reader should not be reading. They should not be reading at all. Because it's not even so they don't have the gift. It's like because they'll be different. If they didn't have the gift, you wouldn't give them money. If they didn't have the gift, you wouldn't keep going back. So I'm not even gonna pull that like, oh, they're not even really psychic. No, that's not. I'm not even saying that. It's more underhanded than that. It's more complicated than that. These people may have a gift, a strong gift. This is for somebody. It's not for all y'all. They may have a strong gift, but they ain't got no integrity. They have no integrity, or they have fallen into the trap of the false light. Basically, I don't know. How can I put it? Smelling they stuff. I don't know. Smoking out their own pipe. Basically, it's like they basically feel like they are the next coming of Jesus or something like that because they have a gift. And egoism. It's like it's spiritual by it's the things that make cult leaders. It's the things that make people who start off with maybe good intentions but end up like hurting a lot of people. And it's a certain thing that I think every spiritual person in this past has to deal with. Many of us, you'll never know it because we can wait. Am I like, I always ask myself, am I moving in a place of integrity? Am I hurting it? Like, wait a minute. I know even if I'm in a survival mode, like am I taking too much, Lord? Am I doing too much? Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep your hands clean as much as you can, because we're all just people, but you want to keep your hands clean. You want people, you know, it's like you can't be doing this work and like actively like speaking spirit, but then like disrespecting spirit at the same time. But for some, I don't feel like they think they're doing it. They really have gotten caught up in their own bullshit. They think that they are just wonderful or something because like people give them compliments, people give them attention, people give them something that they could not get without they've over-identified with them with their abilities and what they do. And that's easy to get into as well. And I feel like they get people coming back by getting them addicted to the readings. They make it seem like you gotta get this. You got to. It's like somebody out here spending way too much money on a reader because you may feel real seen. You may like their readings may touch you to the point or whatever. But it's like, But if you feel like they have a hook into you and intent, like and they say you need to get this reading. They actually suggested. I don't ever be in nobody's inbox suggesting no kind of reason. Nobody. If you get a read from me, you came to me. You came to me. I didn't go out to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not begging you to like, hey, you need to get this specific read. Spirit has a message for you. Spirit has a message for you. But can you pay me $10? It's like, no. If it's any of that, or if just like, be careful. And you can replace reader with anybody else. This could be somebody that's real nice or real sweet, but like, it could be any kind of service. It could be a server at an actual restaurant, a bar. It could be anybody, but they take a little too much and you don't notice it because you like them and they make you feel seen. That's for anybody in any situation. I did the tarot reading thing because it's like, I mean, I know there's some people in here with that situation. I can feel, I know it because you're here. But like you replace tarot reader with any other service, any other profession, anybody, but you're mistaking their kindness and you're mistaking their customer service, so to speak, as somebody that sees y'all as friends or something, or sees y'all as family member, like it's something close to what it is. They see you as a dollar sign. They see you. Oh, they keep coming back. So you know, like they jump, you know, like it's their, but I'm gonna move on past that because I don't want to get too into all of that. Like, you do what you want to do with your money, but like, just be careful. The effect of it is the strength card. It's like you're gonna have to. It's a hard lesson for you. It's like, and it's not that they're gonna like drain you or like leave you high and dry. No, it's like you're gonna feel silly. You're gonna feel silly. Like, dang, I had to like learn this. Damn, I had to do this lesson. This is embarrassing. It could be a romance. It's giving like catfish romance scam for some people. Like, cause you're a little lonely, you may fall for a little bit. It's like we're all susceptible. We're all vulnerable in our own little way. So it's like you can't judge yourself too much for it. But it's like you'll feel silly. It's like listen to me. Love is not transactional. Love is not transactional. If somebody really loves you, they're not going to require you to pay them every time they have a conversation with you, or every time you see them, or give them something every time you. If it's a situation like that, you have to, you're gonna come out of pocket with something every time. That's baby paying for a service, okay? And you got him confused. You got caught up in the game. And it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we get there. Some be a little lump. Some we go through some shit. Maybe it was money well spent. I don't know. But baby, anytime you gotta shell out, like every time, that's not your friend. That's not somebody. That's not love. That's transactional. That's maybe your client, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard thing. It's a hard message, but I'm gonna say it because the spirit says to say it. And so if you don't like this reading, hit dislike. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's not saying anything about that today. We'll do something cute and fun tomorrow. But like, this is what it is. Somebody needs to hear these messages, and I'm here to give them to you, raw and unfiltered. You read the title, Exposed. Did that sound like lovey-dovey and nice and fluffy and like love and light to you? Exposed? No, it didn't. So like, let me keep going. I think in the aftermath, you're gonna be able to to get a sense of like where you really want to go. It's like, damn. It's like I was in a place so bad where I was like, okay, how about this? I'll be vulnerable for a minute. When I was 19 years old, I went through my first breakup and my first love. And I believed in psychics, but I didn't think I had a gift. And I would not wake up to the fact for another 10 years. I was 29 when I like fully started getting into my stuff and reading tarot for myself and even understanding this shit. But when I was 19, a decade before that, I got addicted to a little site called, phone line called California Psychics. I did, because my boyfriend and I, my first love, first person I lived with, like I met him like when I was still in high school. Like we broke up, and I had already had this is how I knew I had attachment issues, because when we broke up, I felt so abandoned, and I was so desperate, and I was so obsessed with the idea of like, what did I do? What can I do? I did something wrong. This is about, I over-identified with the breakup. I felt like I did something. So like, like I have to fix this because I'm being abandoned again, because I had abandonment issues from my own damn parents at the time. I was still a kid, basically. Like I was going through some shit, and like, so to instead of going to therapy, because I was a kid, like I didn't know like, oh, I should go to therapy. And I was like, I'm gonna call this psychic because they should know. And I would call and ask the same fucking question like over and over and over again, like some of y'all probably do. And need to stop. I was using spirituality as a way to cope, as a way to feel better, and it was just running my money. So now I'm broken up with, I'm depressed, I'm scared, I'm sad, I have these abandonment issues, and now I'm broke because I spent all my money talking to the lady who made me feel better. You want to be like that? No. And in hindsight, the 3 of Wands, you look back on it and think, oh, that sounds silly. Like, do I want to be like that again? No. So like, I don't even consume a whole lot of tarot content outside of this. I give it, I see my message, and I watch commentary shit. I watch ghetto shit. I watch a lot of the stuff. I watch stuff that's not this, like I don't over-identify with this anymore. Like I've gone through my spiritual awakening. We're all going through spiritual awakenings. Like you never stop, but like, I know when to come back down to earth. Come back to earth. E.T. phone home. Remember that? Know that. That's your message. Whatever it is, put yourself with it. It ain't gonna be California Psychics. It can be anything. Like, stop. You're gonna be broke, sick, or it's not gonna make your situation better. Okay. So I pulled you everyone one of these affirmations because I knew we was gonna end it at least on a positive note. No matter where we went, and it's gonna be to an archangel. It's Zadkiel, and it says, I objectively observe myself in my interactions with others. I watch my words and actions from various perspectives, and I work towards self-improvement at every opportunity. I notice the mirrors and projections without judgment or preconceptions. And with that being said, remember, if you got spirit, spirit got you. Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pal number 2? Welcome to your reading on what's being exposed. So this is gonna hop on into it. So this does actually have a lot to do with time. It's about harvesting. This is about you being able to reap the reward. So this isn't as heavy as the rest of the piles. I'll be honest with you. It's been kind of heavy, but y'all, not so much, not as much. I think you may find a lot of luck actually, but you have to be able to accept something very important It's like, it's not going to come easy. Like, we're in a very powerful, this is a timeless reading, but we're in a very powerful, and karmic, eclipse season. And we also had, like Mercury just went to retrograde like yesterday, and then like it was Friday the 13th, just to throw that in there too. It's like, it's just been a mess. Okay, it's just been a mess. We're all exhausted. We're all tired. Like, we all just want to go to sleep and wake up like next year or something. I don't know. I know. At least I do. I can't speak for y'all. I can't speak for everybody, but if I could just go to sleep and just wake up in like 2027 or some shit, I'd be, and just start like, I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but like, I don't know. It's been kind of rough, but I promise you, if you stick out this moment, because Saturn is about karma. Saturn is about like, it's not easy. Saturn is not one of those like lovey-dovey, like it's not Jupiter, maybe. It's not Venus. Saturn don't care nothing about how you feel. Saturn don't care really about what you want for the most part. If it's not aligned to your purpose. Saturn does not care, what you're doing. Like, Saturn's like that tough daddy, that tough father figure that we've all probably have in our lives. Is like they don't, it sound like you're bullshit. Sound like, they don't care about you having no fun. They don't care about you enjoying your, I'm trying to make sure that you're going to be set up for the future, for when you are like, say, what's going to sustain you, something that's going to actually mean something to you down the line, something that you can invest your time in, because Saturn is about time. It's the keeper of time. And it's a reminder that we ain't got a whole lot of it. So, hey, what you doing? It gets us back in line. Like, got stuff to do. That's Saturn energy. But if we can stomach that, if we can accept that and align to it and do what we need to do in the moment, it's like, it comes with so many rewards, so many things. It's like it's like the achievements that you get from that energy, from tapping into that and being disciplined, putting work and energy and mastering some kind of craft, some kind of passion, some kind of purpose. It's like, people can't take that away from you. It's like, I can say a lot of things about my home situation, or like, say, my sense of stability, like I have a lot of, maybe some issues with like family and like that kind of thing, but no one can take this away from me. I can work anywhere in the world. I can work anywhere in the world. I have a skill. I am aligned to something that's beyond me, and I've put blood, sweat, tears, years, hours, like, no one can take this away from me. I will never be broke. I will never, ever, 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 ever be broke, because I have something I have something within me that takes care of other people that can take care of me again. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that relationship with the energy. And I'm not saying, that's not a flex, baby. My life is far from perfect. I'm sure you probably in a better position financially, when it comes down to your stability, than I am right now. Like, for real, I'm having to learn this idea of my own self-worth. And this is your reading too. So there's like, why is he telling us all this bullshit? Because this is very much tied into your reading. I may read myself, but like, we all in here together. Like, ain't no secrets. Like, I'm gonna let it all out, because for y'all, we are one in the same. This pal too, we going through the same similar shit. Having to understand that what you invested in, what you believe in, whether no one else does or whatever, it's like you believed in yourself enough to do it anyway. Whether you had to do something on your own, whatever it is, you did it. You invested in it. It's yours. You made that choice. You put time and effort into it. And still though, because you may not have had all that support, because you had to kind of maybe struggle through it or find your way through it, or like it wasn't, it's like, because you had to go through all these challenges with it, or maybe just go through challenges of life while you're doing it. I don't know. It's like you may not be as confident in the fact that this is the thing that's going to take care. Like, you already found it, baby. It's time to reap the rewards, but you have to tap into that energy of acknowledging it, believing it, and knowing that this is where we are. Like, I'm blessed. Like, you're not out here just like, just aim with like walk. You're not just out here, like you have something to show for it. And a lot of people don't have that. They don't have nothing to show for it. A lot of people out here like riding other people's coattails. A lot of people out here like hustling, like scamming people. A lot of people out here with nothing. And it's not their fault. They don't have the tools. Be blessed that you or in a state of mind, whatever it is, to be in a mindset back then to plant some seeds, to have something for yourself. When I say something for yourself, it could be a skill. It does not have to be money. It can just be something that you invested into yourself and you have. And it is going to bless you when you acknowledge that it is there. You have to realize your own power. This clover in this tower, it's like saying within isolation, you found blessings. The tower in Lenormand, this is Lenormand, does not mean destruction or like say a tower moment like in tarot. The tower in Lenormand just really means isolation when you're by yourself, like kind of like Rapunzel in a tower. Or it can mean like say an official structured building, like a literal building. But it very rarely ever comes up as like, say, a tower moment like in tarot, because these are not tarot cards. So, but I take it as isolation. I feel like you had a moment of isolation, having to go within yourself, do something for yourself. It could have been, you went to school, you could have gotten a degree, you could have just done anything like that. It could also be for somebody, it could be that you had to take some time out and maybe you're in the hospital, maybe you're sick, whatever it is, but it's like you had to come back to yourself, your true self. You had to stop putting on this act. You had to stop performing for other people, basically, and really get honest about yourself, about who you are and what you're going to be. And you did that. You laid that foundation. You already discovered what that is. Like I said, this is not ringing a bell. If I'm speaking French to you right now, click off, go watch another power, go watch another video, because this ain't for you. I'm talking to a specific set of people, and y'all are probably here. I know you here. I know my intentions are strong, so I know you here. Let me know you here. Put a clover or something in the chat or some shit. Or just say I'm here. Hey, Dap. But I know y'all here. I know you are. You too blessed not to be. You too like I know you're here. But the cause of it is like the world. The world is a beautiful card. The world is saying that you already learned a lesson, and it's not just it's not a karmic lesson. It's not like, oh, I had to walk away from it. Something ended. It's the last card of the major arcana. It's the last card. She made it. But does it look sad to you? It's not. No, it's not sad. She is there butt naked with a ribbon around her, and like she looks like she looked. I don't know what is that a reference to? I don't know what a lot of the classic tarot cards are like referring to, but I'm like, what the hell is she? This is a lady floating in the air with a laurel. I don't know what that is, but the point is she's happy. It's an award. It's a moment of like, I did it. I've completely like gone all the way around. Like it's time to start all over again. It's like graduation, baby. It's like graduation. It's the boom, you made it. But it's like sometimes we don't realize that we made it. It's like in real life, you can really be sitting like one day, finally able to catch a breath, finally able to get your thoughts together and be like, oh goddamn, wait a minute, oh yeah, that's right, fuck, I did that thing. Like, oh my, like that's how I was when I got 5,000. I was going through so much stress. I'm going back to me again. I know I was going through so much stress. Like last week during the actual chaos, I hit 5,000 subscribers, and I've been waiting for this moment like for a couple of weeks. I was like, oh, we're gonna hit 5,000. I'm so excited. And even and through all the chaos, I still saw it when it was 5,000. Like I caught that moment, but I was like, okay. And then now back to survival mode. I was like, oh, I got 5,000. Oh, that's cool. Yay. And just zoomed right past it. It took me like another day to sit here and just be like, oh shit. And then by then it's like, wait a minute. I've invested years into like a couple of years into this channel. I didn't think it was going to be anything. I didn't know I would even have the patience or even like the attention span. I didn't know to keep the interest. Like I didn't know that, like this is a moment for me. So it's like, I was so deep into what was right in front of me and what I was doing that I couldn't even stop and acknowledge the fact that, hey, all that other stuff, that's cool. I know you're going through it, whatever. I know you feel like you failed yourself, or you feel like you just, like in a position where you shouldn't be in or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But can we acknowledge the fact that you are a wonderful fucking, like, powerful fucking human being for like accomplishing something that like most people don't ever do, and they want to do, but they don't have the patience to do or know how to do, or like whatever. You from the ground up, you taught yourself, you did this shit all on your own. Like no one taught me tarot. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like you grabbed those tools and you just did it, and from the ground up, and that's something to be proud of yourself for. This is not a reading me to my own horn, but I am to my own horn. I'm like, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You've done this. I need you to see this in yourself. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't see you. If you was in this room right now with me, I would be gassing you up. But I'm trying to get you to see is like, you don't have to keep going the way you're going. You graduated, boo. You graduated. You did it. Now, take a deep breath. And now think, oh my God, this chaos. I know, right? It's like, what am I supposed to, okay, I did it, now what? I don't know either. And that's the point. The effect is the 5 of Wands. That's the point. We don't know. It's like, they don't know what they're doing in the 5 of Wands. They could be fighting each other, building a house. It could be a sex thing. It could be, I don't know what it is. It could be a game. It could be, we don't know what they're doing in the 5 of Wands. And that is the whole point. It's confusion. It's disorganized. It's like, what, but it's not necessarily harmful. It's just, it's chaotic. Meaning that now you get to figure it out. You get to sort out those things now. You have the wisdom, you have the credentials, you have the, you are certified, stamped and approved to figure out where you go now. What's up next? Because I promise you, when you step into that energy of like, okay, I'm ready to really like elevate now. Okay, what's the next season of me? You're going to walk away from here and know exactly where you're going. Damn. Say it again. You're going to walk away from here and know exactly where you're going, the 8 of Cups. You don't know where you're going, and that's fine. That's fine. We don't know all the answers. Sometimes it'll hit you when it hits you. But trust that this past phase in your life is over. You have started a new phase in your life, a new chapter. It's done. It's done. You didn't even realize it, but it's done. You're already there. You're already here. Take a deep breath. Stop. Think about it. And get back to me. I'm gonna read you this affirmation. I'm gonna close it out. That's all I got. I don't know. I hope it hit somebody who's supposed to hit. But I think he was here. I really do. I'm gonna read this affirmation. I'm not gonna read the whole card. Just the affirmation. Just the affirmations. I want to end, at least no matter where we went, I was gonna end the reading on a positive note from an Archangel. So this is Archangel Ariel. It says, vital life force flows vibrantly through me. I am strong and healthy. I am grateful for my energetic passion for life. I am self-motivated to be productive. We talked about that. And I am abundant and I am safe. Even when you're not sure, you may not be certain, you may not know what's next, but you are always what? Abundant, and you are safe. Say it louder. I am always abundant and I am safe. Remember this too. If you got spirit, what? Spirit got you. Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 3? Look, y'all, oh my God. I swear, like, I have started this reading for y'all's pile like 3 or 4 times because I can't stop. Like, the messages are coming, but I'm just like spitting them out. But I'm like, I want to pace myself so I don't overwhelm anybody, because it's like, it's a lot coming out for this pile. It's a lot. It's not necessarily bad. I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm just trying to say, like, brace yourself. If you're not in the mood, I think I had to stop it so many times to restart so I can tell you that if you're not in the place to hear anything that's just not positive, I already told you this when you're reading away, but like, this may get a little heavy, okay? Because it speaks of like what goes on in the house and what goes on in the family. And when those topics come up, it can be a little close to home, you know? But we're gonna start with the Lenormand cards that I pulled for you. And by the way, if anyone was curious, when I make these the layouts, like the way they all see them with the pretty, you know, like the neon and stuff, I actually do pull the cards first, like in real life, and then I basically digitally represent them. So like I do that first. I do that first as I'm sorting out what the spread is and all that stuff. Like, I do all of that, and I kind of get connected to what this pile kind of means to me without going super into it. Like, it's almost like I glance at it and kind of get a feel of like where the vibes are going, and then I still surprise myself every time about what comes out, because I try not to read the cards, like read the cards before I'm actually on the reading. So I want it to be like I want this to be as authentic as possible for us in this technology, you know, landscape. So I don't know what's coming out, but I know it's heavy. So 33, the key, that's basically representing solutions. The key is like an actual key, like a cheat sheet Or like when you have the key to unlock doors, when you have knowledge, you can unlock doors. So the key is normally about like a breakthrough moment with a solution about something comes through, you finally clicks and makes sense. It's a eureka moment. Now, but we don't read Lenormand cards just separately, right? We can kind of glance and see what the topic is, but when I put the key in the house, which normally looks really like, oh, that's cute, the key in the house. No, well, when you mix those meanings together, you really get like some revelations happening in the home, or like say some secrets being revealed in your family. What you thought was stable, what you thought was going to be a state of protection where you feel like you can be you. It's like there's something that clicks with you, and it's like maybe this is not it. And what I mean by that is like you got a lot of Saturn energy. This Saturn energy that you see is like it represents being shaken up. It's the challenges, the things that we don't necessarily love going through, and we're going through it, but when we get to the other side, it's a powerful lesson. It's the things that we struggle with that we need to be patient with ourselves with, and finally have that breakthrough moment and becoming a better, more well-rounded, more self-aware person. And it makes you more disciplined and responsible and all that stuff. It's Capricorn energy, but you have it in Libra, Gemini, and Scorpio, as that's reflected in the cards below. So I'm going to break that down for you. You can have those Saturn placements, but it doesn't really matter. It just means that those are the places where you have trouble in. You're having trouble in your relationships, so that's Libra. You're having trouble in your, say, your interactions with others. Mercury just went to retrograde. This is a timeless reading, but as I'm recording this, Mercury just went to retrograde. So communication is off. It's like you may be disconnected from your own sense of like your thought pattern. It's almost like everything's getting flipped on its head. Why? Because you've been having a hard time with this transformation that is yours and has been yours and has been ready for you. And it's also eclipse season. Like we have the crazy eclipse. So the eclipse was the day before, I think Friday the 13th, and the next day is like Mercury retrograde. It's like, I'm exhausted. Are y'all exhausted? I can barely speak. I can barely even get my words up. Stuttering right now, I can barely speak. So I know it's probably hard for most people. So it's like you're having a hard time with your communication, and you have a hard time adjusting and shifting with the energy. But it's like a lot of us who've been on this path and we've done the work, it's like, and it could be anything that you're doing, it's time. This is what this eclipse season is about. It's like the seeds that you planted, your harvest is ready. We are ready. I'm even going through it. But it's like, it's hard to make those big changes when we don't think we're ready, when we think we're still cooking, when we think we're just, it's like, we got to get out of here. So like you're being pushed out just like a lot of other people. And this is one of those piles. So you're going to see a lot of shakeups in those areas, your relationships and partnerships, your mindset, and also just like how things are just changing. It's like you're just along for the ride. It's like, I don't know what to do but surrender. And that's the point. But, what's being exposed is this idea of the key in the house that represents, the key represents like enlightenment. It represents like, say, finally figuring out the solution. It's like you get it, you understand. And with that understanding, you can unlock doors. So that's why it's a key. But when we put the key with the house energy though, it's like saying you realize that either home doesn't feel like home anymore, and you need to go and find what's going to be that safe space for you. And that can be metaphorically. Like home is like basically like where the heart is. That's why I put that cliche ass icon there. But no, really, home is within you. Like home is everywhere you go. If you feel at home in yourself, if you have that safe space within yourself to know that I take up space, I'm safe, I'm protected to be able to go out here in this world and do what I need to do. It's like home can be anywhere. Anyway, do you think I want this hotel to be my home? No, but this is what's happening. Like around, like literally, like a week ago. Like, I was not in this place that I wasn't expecting not to be in. You just have to be able to know that even when the struggle comes, or even when, like, say, the upheaval comes, it's a lot of times for your own good. Like, you'll surprise yourself at how the things that you thought that you weren't ready for, or the things that you thought you were still cooking or like are trying to like perfect. You'll be surprised at how that very thing will help you get through what you thought was the destruction or the devastation or the like the chaos. It's like, it'll surprise you. Home is not a physical place. It's not. It's a state of being. It's a state of being. But on the more literal side, though, it may be a shakeup in your home or in your family. It's like things being revealed that I don't feel safe here. And the cause of that could very well be like because of an argument, because of like somebody coming in and just making the decision for you. This is like, I'm not gonna get too specific with this, pal, because if this is for you, you know it's for you. You have to put yourself where you fit in, because I'm Spirit's telling me like to go this route with it. I'm not gonna just like throw out a bunch of like, it could be this, it could be that. No, the energy speaks for itself. This Knight of Swords energy is like, what caused it was not you. Somebody else came in and tried to make a decision for you, or tried to impose themselves for some reason, and it caused some chaos. It caused some BS. They were not very tactful. They just said some stuff. They may have just carelessly reacted, and not from a place of anything other than, I'm not gonna say they're selfish, because there could have been truth in what was said, but it's like something. It's like when you at Thanksgiving and your crazy cousin want to like spill everybody's secrets. Oh, well, that's why am I thinking of soul food? Lord, why soul food? They fucked my husband. That moment comes up. It's like, okay. And now we got, it's like, do we have to do this right now? It's like that. It's like a no filtered moment. It's just like something just pops out, and now we got to deal with it. But it's probably because of somebody's mouth, or somebody just like taking action where like what we really needed right now was some discernment and a little bit of tact. You didn't get that grace. What could have been a conversation and a discussion turned into like something that it just did not need to be. I see the Knight of Swords in reverse, and they will regret it. It's like, it's just, it's not a good thing, but it's like, I feel like that same person regrets it because they could be a Gemini, or have those traits where they just kind of like talk too much, or like they just just say I'm real, like that thing. Because I do see the 8 and 9 of Swords that comes up, which are 2 Gemini cards. It's like they put their foot in their mouth and then they embarrassed. But it's like they said what they said, and maybe they needed to say it. Maybe they really did need to say it. But it's like, now we got to deal with it, because we can't unhear it. We can't unknow it. Like, but how you handle it though is gracefully. That you are the King of Cups in this situation. You're poor. You're like, okay, I'm sure you felt the emotions of it. You knew what you need to do. You felt it. But it's like you handle it so well. And if this hasn't happened yet, you will handle it so well, because you're hearing my voice. You handled it so well. Like, before you react, stop. Don't move. Poker face. The King of Cups is the master, the ruler of his suit, which is the cups, water element. It's emotions. He rules the emotions. He's the master of it. But you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at him. You wouldn't be able to tell. And this isn't like repression or suppression. It's not stuffing the emotions down. No, this is not letting your emotions control you, take over to the point where like you make things worse. This is when it's like you're in control of yourself. You don't give too much of a reaction. It's almost, you're poised. But behind that poker face, you may be like having a whole moment, like a whole existential cry. It don't matter. But it's like the important thing to do is to freeze. Do not react. Do not be like your knuckleheaded cousin. I say cousin, but it don't have to be your cousin. Don't react the way that the situation hit the fan or climax. Do not match that energy. That's your warrant. Do not match that energy. I promise you, if you don't do that, you'll get the best results. You're not, it's not bad. This is out of your control, but like, it's like, don't react. It's my thing. You'll thank yourself later. The aftermath is the 3 of Swords. Somebody does break up. It's like what you thought was safety ends up being something else. So this is like, it could be a divorce in the family. It could be a breakup. It could be a betrayal or like just some truth that comes out that's just like, oh my God. And it's, I don't want to get too specific because Spirit is telling me not to. I feel like whatever the topic is for some people, it may have involved like some very, very sensitive topics that I don't think is appropriate for me to sit here and just be like, you know, if you know, if you feel it in your heart, you know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking to you. It's like this, the safety of the people in the house. If there's children, it's like something may come out about somebody that you would never expect, and it may be in the family, and it may, you know, but we deal with it, and like it's better for us to know the things that happen and move through it and push through it and know who we're dealing with. I didn't know this was gonna come out. I had a clear picture of what's in my head, like why I wasn't gonna say it. I didn't know this was gonna come out. So I'm sorry. Sometimes better to know and be heartbroken and stop whatever needed to stop than to be blissfully ignorant. And I think there's power in that. And someone being exposed for violating a trust or violating a sense of trust. It's never easy for anybody, and you just have to go through it. And it could be, you can put yourself wherever you fit in with this, but I feel like in my heart, I'm talking to somebody and it's a powerful message for somebody. But that is the message. Sound off in the comments, let me know how this resonated. I am going to pull you one of these affirmations. I felt like we're going to need affirmations for this. Like just so I can end on a note like that empowers you and reminds you of who you are. And there ain't nothing that can happen to you that will change, that will break you down to the point where you are less than anything or anybody. So we have the Moldavite. That is about powerful change. I'm just gonna read the Archangel affirmation. I'm not gonna go read the whole card, but it's to Archangel Raphael, and it says, "My consciousness is awake, and I am aware. I feel the limitless nature of all life, and I believe in unlimited potentials and possibilities. I am creative and prosperous. I fully embrace extraordinary wealth, and my heart is open to giving and receiving love." But the key thing here is my consciousness is awake and I am aware. And when you have the gift of awareness, guess what? That opens doors. You have the key. Remember, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye.